guys, welcome back. And today I just wanted to kind of share with you my beauty setup, show you what's in my 9 drawer, my 5 drawers, what's on my vanity, how I have my setup, and then also how I have my palettes set up, which are over in this built-in over here. I know you see the built-ins over that way in the backgrounds of my video, but there's one more over here that I keep all my palettes in. So yeah, so I'm just going to take you through, I'm going to take you through what's on top of my vanity, then I'll go through each of the 5 drawers, through the 9 drawer, and kind of just a quick overview of where I keep my palettes. So if you're interested and want to see how I organize my makeup, then stick around. So first off, on my table, I have 2 of the liniment tables, and I have one up against the wall, and then I have one kind of sticking out into the room. These are the shortest ones. They're like $8 a piece. The legs for these are like $4. They're awesome if you just need a inexpensive vanity. They're from IKEA, as well as the Alex drawers. But over here is I've got it kind of got it set up to where I can put my ring light back here and film facing that way, so I just have kind of some more working space and the lighting's better. So first off, on the corner of my desk, I just keep this little journal right here. I use this to write down video ideas, down thoughts on reviews, just so I'm a little bit more coherent in my reviews and what I say on camera, which we all know is not that coherent sometimes, but you know, hey, I try. And then right here, I have a little mat that I got from Five Below that I'll just put down when I'm doing my makeup that I can wipe my brushes on, and it just helps to clean off my brushes, and it helps keep my white desk clean. I think this was like $2. This I think it was Five Below, but I believe you can get these at Walmart as well. And then this little tray right here that I just keep on top of that book, I just keep watches and jewelry in, and right now I've got my eye mats and some of my playbills from the weekend, and I just got them. That's kind of like a catch-all on my desk. Over here in this is a box that a set of Sonia Kashuk brushes came in. I just keep all of my kind of facial sprays and items that I just reach for on a daily basis. I've got nail polish. I've got the Beauty 360 All-in-One Micellar Water, which I'm really liking right now. I just got the Bioderma. I've got my Garnier astringent and toner. I've got my setting sprays. I'm almost out of my primer water, so I did get a backup during the 21 Days of Beauty. The Make It Last setting spray, which is like one of my favorites that I'm going to throw. I've got the NYX Matte, the NYX Dewy Finish. I keep some isopropyl alcohol in a little spray bottle just to sanitize my makeup when I'm done using it. I keep a little just bottle for eye drops. This used to be an all-nighter, Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray sample, but I just turned that into a eye drop container if I want to foil eyeshadows or anything like that. I have my Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray, and I have some hand lotion just because my hands do get really dry, and then I just have some perfume. These are just scents that I don't use all the time, that I just have them right here, so I'll grab them in the morning when I'm getting ready. Then right here, I just have a little box from Victoria's Secret that I keep my mirror on. I got this mirror from Ross, but this box is awesome. I just keep extra like memory cards, phone chargers, lighters for, you know, to light my candles, that kind of stuff in here, and I just set my mirror right on top, and it just puts it at a great height for use when I am doing my makeup. Then over here I have my essential Diet Coke, but then I keep all of my face brushes right over here. This is just an old candle holder. This is a vase that I got some flowers in, so just some random things. You know, Bed Bath & Body Works, the candles, when you clean them out, they work great. But I also like a little bit of color, so I did get these containers from Ross to hold brushes, and I just put a little bit of rice in the bottom, but these are a bunch of dirty sponges that I need to wash. And then I have smaller face brushes, I have larger face brushes, I have all of my eye brushes in here, and then these are just the brushes that I've been using every single day. I tend to just kind of pick brushes and stick with them for, you know, a month or so, and then I'll rotate them out and use different ones. It's just kind of how I do. But there's nothing really fancy in here. I have some Delium tools, which I just got at iMats. I've got a bunch of Coastal Scents, which are some of my favorite brushes. I do have some Real Techniques, which are my most expensive brushes. Wet n Wild, e.l.f., just some random Coastal Scents BH Cosmetics, Wet n Wild, just some knockoffs from that you can get on Amazon. So pretty much I am not fancy when it comes to brushes, just whatever works. That's pretty much how I roll. So that's over in the corner of that desk, and then now we're going to move over to where my mirror is. So over here we have just where I keep a lot of my makeup that I reach for all the time. This is just another liniment desk, and this mirror is absolutely beautiful. I actually got it from Daniel's grandparents. They passed away and nobody wanted it, so Daniel gave it to me, and it's about 100 years old. So it is absolutely beautiful. A lot different than the setup I had before I moved, so I love that. And because I don't want to ruin the aesthetic of this beautiful antique mirror with lights on either side, I just got this light from IKEA. It's an LED light. It was about 12 bucks. It travels really well because I did take it to New York with me for IMAT, so I'd have some good lighting in the hotel room, and I can use that. It illuminates my face enough to where I can do my makeup if I'm facing away or if I don't have my studio lights set up. So on top of the drawers, I just keep my Z palettes. Yes, I know the controversy with this brand. I bought these before I found out about it, and I just have them. So this is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Palette, which is used and abused. I am about due for a repurchase of this one. These are my MBA Cosmetics shadows that and glitters that I just hauled from IMATs. These are so good. I'm really excited to try some more of these. And then these two palettes just have a mixture of Serenity Scott, Divina, Elf, Singles, Lorac, Makeup Geek, and I'm missing one. I can't remember. Maybe that's it. So just all different kinds of shadows that I reach for sometimes, or these are great to travel with. And then on top here, I just have my brow palette from Perfusion, which I love. These are some great brow powders. That's really all I use in here, but I do keep them where they're easily accessible just because it just makes it easier doing your makeup during the day. So I just pulled this out so that I can show you what's in it. So in here, I just keep some of my smaller eyeshadow palettes, mainly high-end, just because I tend to reach for these a lot, and it just makes it easier if I'm using a different palette that has maybe not a complete set of shadows in it. These are just shadows that I know I can go to. So I've got my Makeup Forever one. I love this Beauty and the Box from Tarte. This is one of the first products I ever got from Tarte, and it's great. I love this little quad during summertime. I love the Sonia Kashuk Eyes on Neutral Matte palette. That's a great complimentary palette. I do have the Lorac Pro Matte and the Pro Metal palettes in here. I do have the Naked Basics 1 and 2. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that this one is used and abused. I love this palette. I do have 3 of these Makeup Atelier palettes. These are my new obsession. This one right here, this one is called, what is this one called? Natural Chestnut. This is all I wore to IMATs, and it was so beautiful. It lasted over 24 hours because it was a long day. These are so good. I want to do a full review on these. And then finally, I have my Inglot Shadow palette that I love. That's great for travel because it's kind of got everything I need. This can act as a blush, base, setting powder, brow powders. Can get a complete eye look with that, and I love these. These are great for travel. All right, so the next drawer is just skincare. So these are all the things that I am using right now. I don't really load up on skincare. I kind of get a regime that I really like, and I stick with it. I do try some different things. I'm really liking a lot of Peter Thomas Roth stuff right now. I love the Firm X Eyelid Serum. That's really making an awesome difference. I love this little simple revitalizing roll-on. It's got the metal roller ball, which is great when you've got puffy eyes. I am absolutely loving this eye cream. It's the Mega Rich Intensive Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I am using the heck out of this. It came in a 2-pack from QVC, so I'm glad I got that because I'm going through that baby like crazy. I do have a couple samples of things, but this is a sample that I've been trying. It's called the Hey Honey Good Morning Honey Silk Facial Serum, which I'm really liking before I put on my foundation. I'm using it kind of as a primer. This is my Tarte Maracuja Oil, which is falling apart because I use and abuse it, and I'm almost out. I need to go buy a new one, but they're out right now at Ulta. I do have some L'Oreal Age Perfecting lotions that I use kind of when I want to say not so dry, but right now I have been loving the Mega Rich Intensive Anti-Aging Cellular Cream from Peter Thomas Roth. I've been loving his masks too. I'm a convert. So other than masks, that is the only place that I keep my skincare, and I just have it right there so I can do it in the morning and in the evening. Down here I just have some cotton buds, some facial swabs. I was a big dummy and tried the Shiseido facial cottons. They are super expensive, but they are so worth the money. It's one of those products that you hate yourself for trying because now you're in love with them. And then this drawer down here is just kind of my catch-all drawer. I've got cute tape, I keep puffs, tweezers, eyelash curlers, lighters, I keep eye drops, lash glue. I mean, this is kind of just my catch-all. It's my one messy drawer on my desk, which I kind of need to maintain my sanity. So that's just kind of my catch-all, and that is what I keep in this acrylic organizer. And I actually get these at Home Goods or Ross or TJ Maxx, any place like that. You can get them for really, really inexpensive. They sell them at Ulta and CVS now too, or Walgreens. So over here I just have some more brushes. These are just a very inexpensive set of oval brushes that I got off the Home app. And again, I got these little containers from Ross. They were about $5. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush holder, and I use it to hold, this is just a little Kabuki brush I got off the Home app, but I also have all of the vegan brushes from BH Cosmetics, which I really, really love. And I keep those right there. And then I have another one of these kind of glass containers that have all of the contouring brush kits from BH Cosmetics. I have 1 and 2. I need to get the 3 because I really like those and I want to test those out. And then over here on my desk, I just have some of my lipsticks that I love, that I want to keep out and that I use a bunch. Some of these I use all the time, and some of them are just kind of for collector's purposes. So I have all of my Maybellines back here. I have some of the Vivid Brights. I have some of the Intimate Nudes. I have some of the mattes, some of the these are the Flower Collection, these are the Bolds, the regular nudes, and then I have all of the 100th Anniversary Collection. So I do have all of I just thought these were a very pretty, fun piece of makeup history to have. So I do have all of those. I do have some of the Kitty Cat mattes. I love Covergirl lipsticks. I know some people don't like them. They don't like the smell. They don't like the way they perform. Personally, I really like them, and they're some of my favorites. So I do have some of those from, you know, the Katy Perry collection. So I also have all of the Star Wars collection. This was a fun, just fun collection of lipsticks. I did do a whole review on these, so if you want to see more in depth, I will link that down below, or I'll put a card up. Anything I have done a review on, like Swatch Fest, I'll put down below. Well, that's probably a lie, but anything I mention. But that was a fun group of lipsticks, so I do keep all of those. Ooh, and now I'm throwing it. But I do keep all of these right there because I do reach for them. They're a lot of fun to add to just regular lipstick colors, just to create some cool effects. I do have a couple of the Alter Ego lipsticks from Lorac, which I love. I have 2 of the most impractical colors from MAC. I don't know what I was thinking when I picked these up. I have Candy Yum Yum, which I never wear bright pink, so I'm probably going to be giving this away to my sister because she loves those colors. I am more prone to wear heroin, but I guess I just had to get the most ridiculous colors I could find for my first MAC lipstick purchases. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I do have one from the Mariah Carey collection. It's just so beautiful. I haven't swatched this. I probably won't. But I think this one is just absolutely stunning. I would come home every night after school and listen to Daydream on cassette and dream of being a singer. So I had to get just one piece from that collection. Absolutely love it. So beautiful. And then I did just get a couple pieces from the Alluring Aquatic collection as well. I love this color. This is called, which one is this called? Goddess of the Sea, and this is just one of those beautiful vampy colors that I love to wear. So gorgeous, and the packaging is just stunning on this one. So those are all the lipsticks that I have in that little holder. So first off, in this little holder, I keep all of my Milani lipsticks. I love these. These are such great lipsticks for the drugstore. They come in just some beautiful shades. I reach for these a lot, which is why I like to keep them handy. And they're just beautiful to look at. And then I keep all of my Kabuki brushes over here, which PETA loves to rub on. Try keeping your life organized with a cat. It's impossible. So then I just have 2 stacks of 3 of the drawers. They're 3 drawers, so I have 9 drawers in each stack. And this is just where I keep things that I reach for all the time. So I'm just gonna pull them out and show them to you drawer by drawer. So first off, I keep all of my Milani lipsticks and lip glosses in here. It's one of my favorite formulas, so I like them right there where I just can keep, you know, reach for them really quick. In this drawer, I just have all of my BH Cosmetics liquid lipsticks and my Tattoo Junkie lip paints. These are amazing. You can get them at Walgreens. And the cool thing about these is they come with the lip paint, but they also come with a glitter or a pigment that transforms the lipstick. I've actually tried on the glitter lips and they work really well. They stay on really well. I made Daniel do the kiss test and they held up. I was pretty impressed. Then I have all of my Jordana Modern Matte lipsticks. I reach for these all the time. I love these colors. The only one I don't have is like the Frappuccino color, that straight up brown color. I just don't think it'd be very flattering on me, but I actually wore one of these. Ooh. I actually wore one of these today, so it's actually in my purse right now. Down here I have just some ColourPop. I have one of the liquid lipsticks, one of the satin lipsticks, one of the glosses, and then I have all of my NYX liquid suede lipsticks. I think these are so much more comfortable than the lingerie lipsticks. I had a couple of those and I got rid of them because they were just not flattering on me at all. Down here I just have a random assortment of lipsticks and lip products that I really like. I love the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Mattes. I like the new Revlon HD Gel lipsticks. I do have a couple of these Infallible paints, but I'm not a really big fan of these. These I'm probably going to declutter and give to somebody because I just don't get a lot of use out of these. I do have my Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in White Russian. I love the Revlon. I like everything from the Revlon HD line except for the liquid lipsticks. So the lip glosses, these lipsticks, they're old lipsticks. I love them. I think they're such a great formula. So I do have a couple of those. I have one of the Revolution lip glosses from Urban Decay. I have the e.l.f. Perfect Pout. And then I have this one little liquid lipstick from Too Faced. This is in the shade Ladyballs. I got this in a Christmas set and I love it. It's so pretty. In this next drawer, I just have my Wet n Wild Color Icon lip glosses. I have some of my Lorac Alter Ego lip glosses, just a few. I'm not big on glosses, so I'm very selective about the ones that I keep, but these I really, really love. I love the Too Faced Liquefied Longwear lipsticks. These are fantastic. I will be repurchasing them once I run out. And then I do have some of these lip balm tints from e.l.f., which I think are just great on easy days. I also like them when I'm prepping for, you know, my makeup for the day and gonna go out and wear some liquid lipstick. They're really moisturizing. This next drawer is all pigments and glitter. So I've got a bunch of Wet n Wild pigments. I've got some of the Glitter Brilliance from NYX. I've got some hard candy glitters that are really pretty. Just a random Walgreens one that was made by the same Mark Wins. It's made by the people that do Wet n Wild. And then these are back here are all of the little glitters and liquid and pigments that come with the Tattoo Junkie liquid lipsticks that you can use to do glitter lips with. They're really fun. I'm gonna have to do a video on those. Down here I just have some more eye products. I have a really old glitter stack from Charlotte Russe. I have some of the Made to Last liquid eyeshadows from Jordana. I have some of the Color Tattoo concentrated crayons. I have my gel eyeliners. These are the only gel eyeliners I have. I have my Studio Gear in Invincible Onyx, and then I have a couple from Maybelline, the Eye Studios. I have a Urban Decay Stardust. This is Old School Shadow in Graffiti. Then I have the Urban Decay Single in Midnight Cowboy. And then I have the Moondust Shadow in Solstice, which is one of my favorites. And then down here are just some more eye products. So I have the Rimmel Scandalized crayons. I have a bunch of the NYX Jumbo Eye crayons, which make amazing bases. I have them in almost all colors. And then I have some of the new L'Oreal Infallible paints for eyes. I have it in Cool Ivory, and I think this one is Mint Detox. And I've got to say, so far, I'm really, really enjoying these. They last a really long time. Beautiful wear time out of these, and they really make your shadow pop and last. Alright guys, so on top of this other stack of drawers, I have this little acrylic organizer. I believe I got this from like At Home or Burlington, and I just use it to organize all of my lip pencils. So I just keep my like vampy lip colors in here. I keep my pinks in here, kind of my brownie neutrals, and my reds over here. I have Urban Decay, a lot of Jordana, a lot of Kiss, Professional New York. I have some Milani, some Rimmel. Those are about the only brands that I have as far as lip liners. I do have a couple of Maybelline and Wet n Wild as well. I also keep some smaller brushes up here that just kind of get lost in the mix if I put them in with my other brushes. So just some Eco Tools, just some Tarte in here, just some random a mix of brushes. And then right here I just have some black and nude liners that I use all the time. I've got my Kat Von D black eyeliner, Lorac, Bare Minerals, Rimmel, NYX Wonder Pencil, and then my Milani Liquid Like eyeliner pencil in black, which is my favorite. Oh, and also on top of this, I just keep this little special edition. This is the L'Oreal lipstick, and it just says "because you're worth it" in all different languages all over it, and I thought it was really, really pretty just to keep on top of there. So I keep that right on top next to my lip liners. And so now moving down into the drawers. In this first drawer, I keep all of my Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencils. I love these. I use these all the time. I have a bunch of little sample sizes. I have just a bunch of different colors. I love using these in looks just to add pops of color on the lower lash line. I like using them as bases. These don't really work for my waterline, but I love the formula so much that I utilize it in other parts of my eye looks. And most of the time, I always buy these in sets because they are really expensive, so I wait for the sets to come out, or I'll get them when they're on clearance. In the second drawer, I just keep all of my Stila eyeliners, my Smudge Sticks. These are great formula if you have watery eyes or if things don't tend to last on you in the waterline. These are, again, expensive, so I tend to get mine on Haute Look or in samples, or in sets, or when they come with a palette. I really do like these. And I do have one of the liners. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. These is one of the brights in turquoise, which is a really pretty color. And then I have all of my Jordana cat eye, what are these called? The cat eye liquid liners. I love these. They come in just awesome colors. The black is my favorite liquid liner. It's actually a dupe for the Perfusion 24/7 eyeliner that was discontinued from Urban Decay. Absolutely love it, and they're like $2 a pop. All right, this next drawer is just, again, more liners. These are all the rest of my liquid liners. I have Wet n Wild. I have the Tarteist clay liners, my H2O from Wet n Wild that I love. I have some of the Stay Mattes from Milani. I have some Ico. This is just a random glitter liner from Perfusion. I have a couple of the Infallible Paints liquid eyeliners from L'Oreal. I also have just some random brands in here, Ico, Lorac, Model Co. I have the Wet n Wild Skinny Liner in there, and then these are all just NYX. I have the NYX Matte Liner, I have the Vivid Brights and the Silver, and then I have a couple of the Studio Eyeliners, which are great bright colors. All right, this next drawer are just all of my Rimmel show off lip lacquers and lip velvets. I love these. These are one of my favorite lipstick formulas. You really can't get these anymore, I don't believe, but I do still reach for these. They're so comfortable on the lips. I have them in a bunch of different colors, and I do reach for them quite a bit, so I keep them right there. I love Rimmel lip products. And then down here, I just have my Milani Amore metallic lip glosses. I have them in the original packaging when they came out in the round tubes. And then I also have all of my Perfusion Feline lip blushers, which I love. These are great, just fun, comfortable lipsticks. I have a video on those as well, and I will link that if I can remember. And then I just have some of the Too Faced Creme lipsticks and one of the matte formula. I got all of these in a set. These are all full sizes. I really like them, but I got them in a set for the Christmas time, again, which is the greatest way to buy makeup if you want to try it out. Just makes it a little bit more affordable. So I got 3 full-size lipsticks, I think for like 25 bucks. All right, this next drawer right here just contains, just again, some more random products. I have my e.l.f. Matte lip pencils. I have a couple of the NYX Ombre duos, which I really like. I only have a couple just because they are a little bit on the expensive side, and I don't wear them all the time. So I've got my e.l.f. Lip Lock pencil that just fits in perfectly right there. I also have this primer and lip plumper from e.l.f. that I like. And then I have a couple of the 24-hour Super Stays from Maybelline. I got sent those by Influencer. All right, this next drawer is just more eyeliners. These are all of my remaining eyeliners in pencil form. So I have all different brands here. I have Rimmel, I have Jordana, I have NYX, Kiss Professional, I have just some random ones from Wet n Wild, Tarte, Milani, just pretty much more of the Fergie pencils, more of the liquid like eye pencils from Milani, which are my favorite drugstore formula. And then I just have some mascaras in here that I enjoy using. Not all of these mascaras are open, just certain ones are, but I just tend to keep them all together. This is my new, one of my new favorite mascaras, the Maybelline Colossal Lash. This is one of my all-time favorites, the Lash Sensational. I'm also really loving the new Lash Renegade for just everyday look. I do like the Covergirl Plumpifying and the Lash Blast as well. They're just not my favorite. I really like the Maybellines. And then here are some of my most used mascaras down here. I love the Max Fanatic from Wet n Wild, Too Faced Better Than Sex, the Wet n Wild Mega Length, Maybelline Lash Discovery. I love this one. This is kind of the hidden gem for me. This is the Ulta Plush Drama. It's a great lip mascara. I keep wanting to say lipstick. It's a mascara. And then just some samples down here. Some of these I will be repurchasing when I run out. The Fully Charged from Pure. I love that one. I have a couple of the Perversions. I have the Smoky Extravagant Lash from Makeup Forever. Looks like I have 3 Perversions. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have some of the Perversions. This is the Super Curl from Urban Decay, Bad Gal Lash. I have another Too Faced Better Than Sex little sample. Those are not opened. And those are all of my mascaras. And so that's just everything that I have in these acrylic organizers. And again, these are really affordable. Just keep your eyes open. They're usually no more than $12. Ross, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Burlington, they all have these organizers and they're really cheap and they're great for storing makeup. All right, so now we're just going to move into the drawers that I have on the left-hand side of my desk. And again, this is an Alex 5 drawer. And these drawers are pretty boring, just some tools. These are all hair ties, bobby pins. These are just hair clips for when I want to curl my hair. I've got a bunch of lip balms in here. I love the e.l.f. lip exfoliator. I actually just bought a backup because I'm about to run out. I have this. I got this from TJ Maxx. This is like called the Clean Sweep Makeup Brush Pad. It's pretty much a dupe for the Color Switch, except mine was $4.99 and I love it. Baby wipes are great for swatches. I got that from watching Marlena at Makeup Geek. And then back in the back, I just have some travel stuff and some extra tools. This drawer is really boring. This is just hair products, things that I use on a daily basis. I love the It's a 10 stuff for my hair, just hairbrush. I have a curling wand, iron, flat iron, and then I also have a crimper around here somewhere, but I took it to New York, so Lord only knows where that is. So this third drawer is a lot of fun. This is all new makeup that I'm trying out, testing out, wanting to review. So a lot of the stuff that I got from IMATS is in here. This is the Wet n Wild like Queen of Hearts collection. These are my glitters from Lit and Eye Candy Cosmetics. I have my new Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer. I have the Becca Sun Chaser palette. Just a bunch of palettes in here that I need to try out and test out. I've got the Man Eater. I've got some from Juvia's Place, a bunch of Lorac, just a whole mess of products. All right, so this next drawer is definitely one of my favorites because it is just so organized. These are all of my nail polishes, which I have actually decluttered quite a bit, believe it or not. I like to change up my nail polish all the time, so that's why the mess. But I generally there's a few brands that I really like. I love the Formula X from Sephora. It's one of my favorites. It lasts just such a long time on me. Plus they just have some beautiful colors. I also have a bunch of the Pure Ice. You can get these at Walmart. These are great. They come in all different colors, all different kinds of glitters, finishes. They're just so much fun and they're like $2 a pop. So if you like to change up your nail polish a lot, these are great. And then I also have a bunch of the Wet n Wild. I love the Wet n Wild Mega Last formula. I love all of their limited edition. I have some of their gel formula. I have a bunch from their spring lines. I mean, I just love these nail polishes. I love coming to this drawer and just, you know, changing it up. I do have a couple from Jessie's Girl. These I love during the summertime. What is this one? Fresh Paint. I love that color. I have a bunch from Ulta and Milani. These are all old school Milani, or no, sorry, these are all Sally Hansen Hard as Nails. I have a bunch of the Sally Hansen texture paints. I have a bunch of the old school Milanis. I have some of the Maybelline color shows. I just have like 2 Sinful colors back here. Just some glitters. So yeah, I love this drawer. It's a lot of fun and it's just very organized. So it makes me very happy. And then this bottom drawer is really just makeup brushes and makeup bags. I like to keep just a bag full of travel stuff that I can just grab and throw in my purse and go. So that stays in here along with the brush rolls and the makeup bags. All right, so now we're getting into the drawers on the right side of my vanity. So this is when we start getting into the makeup. So all of these acrylic organizers, I've got all of them from Walmart in the laundry, either the laundry organizational section or the bathroom organizational section. That's where you have to look to find these. I love these. They make it so easy. So any of the organizers that you see in here, that's what they are, and they fit perfectly in these Alex drawers. So in here, I just have all of my concealers. So these are just kind of all my tube concealers. I have Smashbox, LA Girl, I have some Milani, Wet n Wild, Covergirl, Maybelline, just kind of a whole amalgamation of concealers. I love trying out different concealers in different combinations. Over here, I have just all of my concealers that come in tubes. So I just got the Naked Skin. I just got the NARS. I want to compare this to the Fit Me concealer from Maybelline. I've got NYX, Maybelline Age Rewind. I've got some e.l.f. in here. I love this little under eye concealing stick. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me. I've got the Tarte Shape Tape. I've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Maybelline Better Skin, I love. I've got the Too Faced Born This Way, just a whole bunch. This is the new kind of click-up pin from Wet n Wild that I love, that I have a backup of. Up here, I just have a bunch of different eye primers. These are just mainly drugstore. I do have the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is a full size I got in a kind of deal that I got from HSN. There's e.l.f. glitter glue, which I love. I swear by this stuff. It's so good. And then over here, I just have all of my Lorac and Wet n Wild primers. I don't know why I would ever need to buy a full-size primer, because I get so many in palettes. And these are my two favorite primers right here, aside from the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I love this one too. So I just keep these separate because I reach for these most of the time. Back here, I just have my brow products. This is all I have. Just got the Maybelline Brow Precise, which I love. I've got the e.l.f. brow kit. I've got an Anastasia Dip Brow, Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. I've got the Kiss Top Brow, which is great. A couple of pencils. The NYX Micro Brow. I've got the BH Cosmetics Studio Brow Pencil, which is my favorite brow pencil. One from Wet n Wild. I've got another Wonder Pencil from NYX because I loved using that to clean up underneath my brow. And then this is my favorite for cleaning up underneath the brow. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, and I love that. It doesn't work if you have yellow undertones, but if you have more pinky undertones, it's going to be great for you. I have some hand sanitizers right there, just close at hand, and then I have back in the back just some concealing palettes that I really only pull out when I'm doing, sometimes I use them on myself, but most of the time I just use them when I am doing a bridal party. And then in this drawer right here, I just have concealers that I use to kind of cut creases or more heavy duty primers. MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This thing needs to be replaced ASAP. I have the Stila Stay All Day Concealer. This is a great concealer for cutting the crease. I really like that. I love this e.l.f. Yellow Corrective Concealer. This actually is a great concealer for underneath the eyes too, because it's so creamy that even if you have dry skin, it just blends in so beautifully. And that's like $1 concealer. Super high coverage. I like to mix that with the e.l.f. Under Eye Conceal and Highlight. These two together are just magical. And then finally right here, I just have some setting powders. I have one from Tarte. I have my e.l.f. 8 High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which I'm almost out of, and I will be purchasing because it's my favorite. I have an HD powder from City Color. I have one from Ulta. This is just a mineral setting powder. And then I have my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. So those just all live right up here. So that's that first drawer. So now for the second drawer. These are all just face primers, BB creams, and some loose setting powders. So I just kind of have a whole mix in here. It just depends on what I want to use, what kind of mood I'm in that day, which foundation I'm using. I just like to mix it up. That's just, this is why I don't have an everyday makeup drawer, because I mix it up every day. So I've got a couple of them, Maybelline Master Prime. I like this one right here, the Coverall Primer from Wet n Wild. It's just a really nice kind of moisturizing, lotion-y type primer. I have got the Mineral Veil from Anastasia, from Hourglass. I've got the Stila One Step Correcting Primer, which I love. I will be repurchasing that. I've got the Becca Backlight Filter Primer, the Smashbox Photo Focus Primer, Photo Finish Primer, which I need to repurchase that. I've got the CoverGirl Outlast. I love this Garnier 5-Second Blur. I actually wore this today. It's the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. I love the Hangover RX. I just feel like it's so moisturizing. I've got the Neutrogena Grapefruit Moisturizer. Really like that. CoverGirl BB Cream. I like to use this in conjunction with foundations that are a little too dark for me because it just helps lighten them up a little bit. I've got my Magic Lumi. The Shea Moisturizer is such a great primer if you are dry skinned. Definitely recommend this. It's just very, very moisturizing. I've got the Milani Prime Light, which I wasn't very impressed with this either, but I am going to still use it because it is nice to mix with foundations. I've got the True Blend. I've got the Rimmel Fix and Perfect. BB creams. What is this? This is the Laura Geller Spackle. This is the MAC Prep and Prime, which I need to repurchase. I love this. This is my favorite primer for any kind of long wear makeup that I've got to do, weddings, events, anything like that. I love this primer, so that will need to be repurchased. And I actually like this Pore Defense Primer Serum from Hard Candy. I was really kind of surprised by this. It just really adds a nice kind of silky, or it helps create a really nice silky finish to your foundation, at least for me. So I really like that one as well. And then for setting powders, I have two of the Coty Airspun. I have Naturally Neutral, and then I have the Translucent Extra Coverage. I have the Laura Mercier, which I actually do like to set my face. I hate this underneath my eyes. I do not think it works really well. It exacerbates all of my fine lines. This is not the greatest powder I've ever used. I don't really understand the hype behind it, but you know, it's pretty good. And then I have the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. And that is everything in that drawer. All right, moving down to the third drawer in this Alex drawer. This is all of my foundations and powders. So I just have a complete mix in here. I do keep some backups of makeup that I know is going to be discontinued that I love, and I keep those back there. But I just kind of have a whole mix of foundations. I have the Maybelline Better Skin. That's one of my favorite foundations. I have it in a couple of shades. I have a few shades of the Revlon Color Stay. Such a great foundation. My all-time favorite foundation is the NARS All Day Luminous. I love it. This will be a repurchase when I finish with it. CoverGirl. We've got some Wet n Wild. I love the Dream Velvets during the summertime when I'm not so dry. Definitely one of my favorites. I have the L'Oreal Pro Matte. I have the Pro Glow. I have the MAC Studio Fix, which I love this foundation, but it just oxidizes so bad on me. So I try and wear it more during the summertime when I'm a little bit deeper of a tone. I have the Dream Liquid Mousse, which I love mixing with I love mixing foundations, but this combination is awesome. I have the Maybelline Matte Poreless. I have the Maybelline, the Original Fit Me. This is more of a summer shade for me when I get a little bit more tan, and I love the dewy finish in the summer, or the original finish, just because it looks so natural and it has SPF, so this is a great foundation for the summertime. I have this HD foundation from W7, which I'm trying out. I really do like it so far. I've got the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, which tends to oxidize a little bit on me, but I need to try it out some more before I, you know, write it off. I do have the HD Foundation Stick. This was sent to me for review. I did a whole review on it. I love the way this goes on, and I love the way it looks for the first like 30 minutes, and it looks fantastic on camera, but this foundation breaks down on me so freaking fast, and you go through it so fast. There's very little product in here. So for the price, I wasn't really impressed. I've got this Nuance foundation that I love the finish on, but it just never sets down. So I'm keeping it around because I want to try it with some different powders. And then over here I have some Ulta foundations. I have just some CoverGirl. I have the Fit Me sticks, which I use to contour when I want to do full glam. I've got my new NBA Cosmetics Matte Finish Foundation, which so far I'm really liking. And then I've got the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush. And then further down, these are just my compacts. So I've got the Revlon 2-in-1. I've got the e.l.f. HD Mattifying. I have got my cushion foundations. This is the Maybelline Dream Cushion. And then this is the Lumi Cushion. I love both of these. They're pretty much the same product as far as I'm concerned. But I love them. They're just great, easy, on-the-go foundations. They're also great during the summertime when you want something a little bit lighter. I love the Dream Smooth Mousse. I always have. I know some people kind of like don't like this foundation, but I think the smooth or the Maybelline matte mousses are great. This is the original one. I think they have a beautiful finish to them. I have some more setting powders here, just the natural Flawless natural loose powder from City Color. I have my L'Oreal True Match, which is like my new favorite powder. I've got my Bare Minerals foundation, and then in the back I have some Maybelline. I have my Wet n Wild Coverall. These are two of my favorite powders. This is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder, which I absolutely love. This is a repurchase. I did go through a whole one of these. I beat it to death. And then this is my NARS Crystal Powder in Pressed, and I'm already hitting pan on this one, so that one will be a repurchase as well. One of my all-time favorite powders is the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm trying to desperately just to finish that up. I really should just toss that. And I do have a backup because this is such a good drugstore powder. It reminds me a lot of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, which this is also a repurchase, and I'm already hitting pan on this one as well. These have very similar finishes, and I think they do the same thing for the skin, so I love both of these, and I use these interchangeably. I believe this powder is discontinued, but it's so good. I love it. This is the multitasking powder from Milani. It's just very, very high coverage, great, great powder. I really, really like that one. This is a great powder from Wet n Wild. It doesn't add a lot of coverage, but it sets the makeup in such a natural way that it just gives you a beautiful kind of luminous finish to the skin. I really do like this powder. I've got the Dream Wonder powder. I've got the new CoverGirl Outlast All Day powder that I really like. If you want a matte finish, this baby will do it for you. It is really, really good. I've got the Shea Moisture foundation. This can be used wet or dry. I use this. It's not the softest powder, but it does have a nice kind of just finish to the skin, and I really do enjoy this, and that goes in and out of rotation. I have got the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I've got the e.l.f. Pressed powder, which I'm not too sure about this. This one gets a little cakey on me. This is the Laura Mercier powder, which I am desperately trying to work into my routine because it's just such a beautiful powder. And then if you are a dry-skinned person who is looking for a good foundation that does not look too dry or cakey, this one from Pure is fantastic. So those are my powders and foundations. All right, moving down to this drawer. It's pretty empty for right now because I'm still trying to organize it, but this is just all of my cream paints, hairsprays, glitters. These are not cosmetic glitters. These are glitters that I use on face and body. They're just craft glitter and beads. So I do not use these around my eyes because they are not cosmetic grade. But I have some cream paints. I have my Makeup Forever Flash palette, fake tattoos, just more cream paints in the back. Some more cream paints and sequins in the back. So this is all just kind of my fun Halloween drawer. And then finally in the last drawer, I just keep stuff for my camera. I keep empty palettes. And I also keep some empties that I'm saving for an empties video. So not really an exciting drawer. So we're gonna close that now. All right, so this is the top of my Alex 9 drawer. So I just have a lamp with a very ugly shade that needs to be replaced. This is my Buddha statue. I keep little Buddha statues around the room just because I find that they're very calming and beautiful and peaceful. And I feel like with Buddha statues, they're either peaceful or they're laughing and joyful. And I just think that's a good vibe to have around. This candle I just got from Ross. And then up here I just keep my Stila in the palette. So I have In the Know, In the Moment, In the Garden, and In the Light. And I just keep them up here on my desk. And all of those ribbons on that lamp, those are all from bouquets and things that I've gotten from performances. I did sing competitively throughout high school and in college. So these are all just were a way for me to remember certain performances. So generally when I would get a bouquet, it'd have a ribbon on it, so I would keep those, or I would keep a single dried flower from the bouquet. So that's just a way for me to kind of immortalize the moment. So that's what's on top of my 9 drawer. So now we're going to move down into the makeup, which is what you're really interested in. All right, so this first drawer you'll have already seen. This is just my single eyeshadow drawer. I did a whole swatch fest and collection video on my single eyeshadows. It did not include these Maybelline Expert Wear at the time, but I also did a whole video on these shadows with swatches, so I'll link those down below. But I just have my Maybelline, Milani, I have NYX, L'Oreal are all right here, Wet n Wild. In the back, and again, these are just those little organizers from Walmart, which makes it really easy. I don't like to put things back where I can't see them, but it makes them really easy to slide forward. And here I just have some Buxom. I have some Kiss Professional New York. These are fantastic. Perfusion. I have some Tarina Tarantino. I have some MAC, L'Oreal, more Perfusion, more Maybelline. Those are the color Moltons back there. Again, this is in the 100th anniversary packaging that I just keep because I have a couple of Infallibles back there, some baked shadows from e.l.f. and then just a couple of matte or MAC eyeshadows up here. So that's all that is in my single eyeshadow drawer. So this next drawer y'all have already seen in a collection video, which I'll link down below, and these are all of my Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Wet n Wild is just one of those brands I just kind of have an emotional attachment to. You know, I love to collect their shadows. I think it's fun to go to this drawer, pick out a random palette, and create a look. So I have a bunch of just limited edition collections, some of their glitter ones, just some of their permanent ones. I love these Pan Fergie palettes that they redid. This is one that was very limited edition that I didn't really hear anybody talk about, but I need to do a look with this one. It's so pretty. One of my favorite drugstore palettes of all time. This is the Milano Collection, or I believe it's now something with brunch, but so super pretty. So I love this drawer, and again, this is one of those drawers where I do have some things back in the back, but with this organizer, it's very easy just to pull it out, and so I can see what is back there, because that's very important. I always want to see what I have in my collection so I can utilize it. So that's why I love these organizers. So yeah, that is the Wet n Wild drawer. Alright, the third drawer down is also a fun drawer. I'm actually really proud of this drawer. These are all of my drugstore and affordable eyeshadow palettes, or at least most of them. These palettes were in 2 of the big drawers down at the bottom, and I've condensed them into this one drawer, so I'm really proud of that. So I want to do a more in-depth palette collection video for drugstore palettes and my high-end palettes, but I'll give you a preview here. So these are all of my BH Cosmetics. I do have a couple of the 88 color palettes down there. I have all of my CoverGirl palettes right here, which I do love. I've got all of the Milani palettes. I love these. These are such great quality shadows. I have a couple of limited edition ones from e.l.f. This is one of my favorite drugstore eyeshadow palettes. So good. I have some from Maybelline. I have some from Flower Beauty in the back, which I think are also really underrated. I have the new Magnify eyeshadow palettes from Rimmel. I love these. These are great quality. I've used these a whole bunch as well. I have a few from e.l.f. I have a couple of the Prism palettes and the Mad for Matte palette. These are some of my favorite palettes. I did my first ever tutorial with this Neo Pearl palette. I love it. These are such great quality. These are from Perfusion. I have my BH Cosmetics Special Occasion palette down there. 2 of my favorite quads from L'Oreal. These are just so good. These are just staples in my collection, so I keep them right here. I have my NYX Avant Pop palette. This is so good. I get so inspired by this palette. I love it. The quality is phenomenal. And then I have my L'Oreal La Palette Nude palette. So I have the La Palette Noir, and then I have the 1 and 2, and I really love these as well. So I love this drawer because all of these palettes are right at eye level, they're right at hand, so they don't just sit there. I utilize them all the time, so I love the way that drawer worked out. Alright, the 4th drawer down is my highlighter drawer, which I really also love this drawer as well. And I've got to say, I don't have a whole bunch of cream shadows and highlighting sticks, but I do, there's a couple that I really love that I like to keep in here. So I've got my City Color Illuminating Cream. I've got my Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights, which I love. I wish they would stop teasing us and bringing these back and then taking them away again. I've got a couple sticks from Wet n Wild. I've got my Master Strobing stick from Maybelline, which I really like. And I've got my Jordana stick and a couple of ones from e.l.f. So those, I don't use those a whole bunch, but I do use them, so I like to keep those back there. And again, highlighters is something I mix up every single day. I always like to utilize what's in my collection, so I like that everything is right here where I can see it. So I've got some Physicians Formula. These are great from Ulta and very not talked about. You have to find the right brush to apply them because they can be super intense, but these are great. Love Hard Candy Tiki. This is one of my favorite highlighters. And it's just a recent discovery. It's the Soap and Glory Glow All Out highlighter. I love that. I've got my new Kevyn Aucoin Celestial powder, which is so pretty. So excited to have that. And the packaging on that is just stunning. I've got my Wet n Wild Cushion highlighter, which I'm actually going to put back there with the creams. I've got my Too Faced Candlelight and Rosy Glow. I've got my Clinique. This is the one Clinique product that I own. Or no, I maybe own two. And this is just an all-over face powder. How beautiful is that? I use this as a blush topper slash highlighter. It is so gorgeous. I've got my Wet n Wild Gold Bar highlighter, which is fantastic. I've got all of my Wet n Wild highlighting. These are the Two Reflect Shimmer Palettes. I don't know what they're called now. This one is one of my favorite, Rosé Glow. I have a whole highlighting collection. Love that one. And then I love Hollywood Boulevard, which I'm not sure what it's called now, but this is just a beautiful gold highlighter. These are just some of the best highlighters you can find in the drugstore. So beautiful. And then over here I have some of the e.l.f. baked highlighters that are really beautiful. I have the geometric highlighting powders from Wet n Wild, which are so gorgeous to look at, and they're beautiful for a more subtle highlight, which a lot of times is what I like to go for. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. I have the two Mega Glow highlighters from spring collection last year that they brought back for as permanent highlighters. These are beautiful. This one's a little deep for me, so I do use it as a blush topper. This one I can get away with, and it is gorgeous. I love both of those. I have a beauty powder from MAC. This is just in the shade Natural, and I like this just on very, very natural days when I just want a little bit of brightness underneath the eyes. I have a couple of highlighters from Becca. I have Opal, which is sadly crushed, but I just got it in the Sun Chaser palette, so that's a good thing. I do have a full size of Moonstone, which is very beautiful. It's, I don't know, I find these to be a little bit more subtle, but it's very, very pretty, very flattering on the skin. I have two from Makeup Revolution. These are the Vivid Baked highlighters, so I really like those. I have these two from e.l.f. One is more of silver, one's a gold highlighter. And then back here I have a MAC, what is this one called? This is a Luster, Luna Luster in Trip the Light Fantastic. This is from the Star Trek collection. I had to have it because I want to be Jean-Luc Picard when I grow up. So love this one. I didn't like it at first, but the more I get into it, the more I like it. I have Soft and Gentle by MAC. This is a classic for a reason. It is so beautiful. It even works on my very pale skin. Absolutely love it. Going old school, I have the Catwalk Pink Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is the second one that I have. I used and abused the first one, so that is a repurchase. And then I have the new one just because I'm a lunatic. And then I do have the Reserve Your Cabana, which is so janky, but this is one of the most beautiful natural highlighters. It says it's a bronzer, but this is gorgeous if you like just that subtle lit from within glow. So those are my highlighters. All right, so the next drawer makes me really happy. These are all of my blushes. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So again, just a lot of drugstore. I love the rose powder blushes from Milani. These are absolutely gorgeous. I love the baked blushes from Milani. I have several of those. I loved the ombre blushes from NYX. These are great quality, and I love the packaging. It's so sleek. I absolutely adore the Be Matte blushes from City Color. These are some of the best blushes you can find in the drugstore. I get mine at Five Below. The formulation on these is just so smooth. The actual product itself is gorgeous. It has a beautiful array of colors. You can actually get more online. I mean, they're just so absolutely gorgeous, and they're cruelty free, and they're like $5, so you can't beat it. I also have all of my Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes down here. I did buy the new ones when they came out to compare them to the old ones, so I do have all of them. I have one little lonely blush from Ulta, but I love using this guy in the summertime. I got him in like a gift with purchase kind of thing. This is called Sun-Kissed, and it is so super pretty. It doesn't look like much, but when you swatch it, it is just one of the most beautiful summertime blushes, so I definitely keep that around. You have all of the studio blushes from e.l.f. These are some of my favorite blushes. They're a little bit more on the subtle side, but I think they're so gorgeous, and they're great for beginners, or if you just want a day when you don't have to worry about going crazy with blush. They're buildable, and they give you just enough pigment to get some color on your cheek, but you don't have to worry about going banana sandwich. So I have all of those. These are some of my absolute favorite cheek products of all time, and nobody ever talks about these, and I don't know why. These are the CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones. This is my favorite in Sophisticated Sable. These are beautiful. These are great all-in-one products. When I use this, I don't use a highlighter or a separate bronzer or contour. I contour my cheeks just by doing the ombre kind of blush effect, and these are fantastic. They're under $5. CoverGirl makes some of the absolute best blushes in the drugstore, and they just don't get the credit for it. I have a couple of the cheekers just because these are beautiful, just some classic colors there. And then I do have all of the True Blend blushes from CoverGirl. These are absolutely stunningly beautiful. I love them, and I love that they're kind of universal on any skin tone. If you're in this last row right here, I do have a couple of blushes. I've got this Mosaic blush from NYX. I just have some random ones from NYX. I have one of their old school blushes in peach. I don't know why that's called peach because it's a beautiful pinky color. I have one of their new HD blushes in Soft Spoken, which is a beautiful neutral everyday blush. I love these ombre blushes from Wet n Wild. You can get these at Target and Walmart now, I believe. These are so gorgeous. I just wish they would make them to where they would be more conducive on a range of skin tones. These are very, very light, and I feel like if you are medium to deep, these won't work for you. I do have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Lust, which I use as a very like high beam blush when I am just feeling feisty. It is so super pretty, and it's just kind of in your face, and I just broke it. Really? There we go. Fixed it. I do have one lonely blush from Model Co. This is called Cosmopolitan. A friend of mine got this in her Ipsy bag. I don't get Ipsy or Birchbox or anything because I have enough makeup as it is. I don't need it in just coming to me. And this is the prettiest pink blush, and it's so pretty on. So I need to try out some more of those because I generally don't like super pink blushes like this, but this one is just so flattering on the skin. I really, really like it. I have a bunch of these Jordana blushes. These are awesome. I have these in all different colors, and these are just beautiful blushes, really nicely pigmented. I'm just doing a whole like blush collection right now. So I have those in a bunch of colors. I have a couple of Tarte blushes back in the back. I do have my Hard Candy Glow All the Way Baked ombre blushes. I have a thing for ombre blushes. Can you tell? I can't help it. They're just pretty. So these are just some of my favorite blushes of all time. These are the Fergie Wet n Wild blushes. I believe they brought these back in the new packaging or with the new names. I thought these were going away from ever. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time. This is Brush with Destiny. I have a backup of this because I love that blush so much. It's so good. Alright, this next drawer is also a bunch of blushes, but it also includes all of my face palettes. So back there in the back, I do have a bunch of cream blushes, or not a bunch. I have a few cream blushes, stick blushes, liquid blushes, things like that. I don't work with them that often, but when I'm really dry skin, they are very, very helpful. So this is just kind of an overflow blush drawer. I have some from Kiss Professional New York. Again, this is a very underrated brand. These are fantastic. I have some of the Kat Von D Shade and Light blushes, which are a little dry, but they're still really pretty. I have my MAC Pro blush in Blush Baby, one of my favorites. I have my Lonely Becca blush in Flower Child. This is such a beautiful summertime color. Love this blush. I do have one of the Sweetheart blushes from Too Faced. It just came with the palette, with the Semi-Sweet palette when I got it, because I have the whole palette that has all of them in there. That's the only reason why I have it. I do have some of the Urban Decay Afterglow blushes. I absolutely love this formula. These are stellar blushes, and I got all of these when they were half off. I bought one on the last 21 Days of Beauty, and I loved it so much I bought 3 more on this 21 Days of Beauty. I have 3 of the Floral Blush Duos from BH Cosmetics. These are beautiful. I need to do a review on these. I have been loving these. The packaging is great. The pigmentation is beautiful. They look gorgeous on the skin. Just absolutely stunning product from BH Cosmetics. I have one little sample blush from Laura Geller. I do like to use this. I use this more in the wintertime because it's more of a berry color. I have a couple of random blushes. I have a color wheel from NYC, and I have a random, like, you know, limited edition blush from the Evil Queens collection, which is just really, really pretty. I got this at Walgreens. I have a couple of the box blushes from Physicians Formula. These are also really, really beautiful. This is from the Cashmere collection, I believe. So really just gorgeous blushes. I like Physicians Formula's face powders. They are really, really nice. And then I just have one little cream blush from NYX, which probably needs to go. And again, I do have a bunch of face palettes. I have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder palette box in there. I like to keep those boxes, just they're easier to store. I have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Blush palette, which is phenomenal for special events. I have my One Tarte blush palette. I love this palette. I just hate the packaging on it. This is the Pinup Girl blush palette. These are absolutely stunning blushes. The packaging is ridiculous. I have the Too Faced Love Flush Blush palette. I have the Becca Blush with Light palette, which was a holiday collection. This thing is fantastic. I love it. I love buying Becca products when they come in palettes like this because they're just so much more affordable because this brand is so damn expensive. I have my CoverGirl contouring palette, which I actually really like this. I need to do a review on that. I have my Duo blush from Perfusion. These are fantastic blushes. I wish they would come out in more shades because those are so good. This is my Revolution, Makeup Revolution Beyond Radiance Lighting highlighting palette, which I love. These are actually all of my Benefit blushes. These came in that Stila Cheeky Sweet Spot palette a couple years ago that came out in that hideous tin packaging. I just depotted all of them and put them in the Stila tin. This came with 5 smudge sticks. This is just a Divina bronze highlighting powder, which is bananas. It's so good. Got a little Watts Up in there. So these are Hoola, Rockateur, what is this one? Sugar Bomb, Coralista, Dandelion, and Bella Bamba. So I love this. This goes with me on vacation without fail because these colors just are perfect. Love that palette. I have 2 Perfusion palettes. I have the Contour palette, which I love. I've talked about this before. It's so good. And then I have the Perfusion highlighting palette. I love this, not as much as the highlighting face case, which I finally broke. It finally broke. I need to repurchase that. Yeah. Then I also have these beautiful Milani palettes. I wish they would have packaged them better, but these are beautiful. I just need to figure out how to use them. And then I have a bunch of e.l.f. palettes. I have their blush palette. This is in the light shade. I love these palettes. I love to travel with these palettes. This illuminating palette has been used and abused. I love it. I take this traveling with me. It's such a gorgeous, inexpensive dupe for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder palette. I like the bronzer palette as well. I take it with me traveling because it's got a nice mix of matte, of shimmery bronzers. It's got a nice mix of warm and cool tones. Such a great palette. And then this is their contour palette. Like really these 3 palettes, that's PETA. Are you saying hi, PETA? Yeah, you getting some pets from the camera? Okay. Are you helping? No, that's okay. We can stop. But these 3 palettes are all I take on vacation with me. Really, really. Are we doing this? Come here. But these 3 palettes, the contour palette, the illuminating palette, and the highlighting palette, the illuminating palette, the contour palette, and the bronzer palette, I take those with me on vacation all the time. They're great for travel, and if you break them or lose them, you're out $6 and not 62. Finally, back here, I just have some face palettes from e.l.f. These are when they were coming out with the Disney books for the princess collections. I just really like these. I think they're beautiful packaging. I'm a collector, I know. And then I have the Master Contour Palettes from Maybelline. I'm not a big fan of the bronzers in here, but I love the blushes and I love the highlighters. And then finally I have my much loved and much used City Contour Effects on the Go palette. I love this. I use the heck out of this contour. I love this bronzing shade, and the highlighters are really nice too. And again, this was like $5 at Five Below. Last, this drawer right here is my contour and bronzer drawer. I cannot see my collection getting that much bigger because I'm not big on contouring or bronzing most of the time. I've kind of gotten out of it, but I do have products in here that I really love and that I do use. So I have a little sample of the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is the $1 bronzer. This is in Warm Tan from e.l.f. I use the heck out of this during the summer. It's such a good little bronzer. Pretty much all the bronzers in here are my absolute favorite. I do have the Aphrodite Shell from the Alluring Aquatics collection. I love that bronzer during the summertime. During the wintertime, I tend to use this one more. This is the Insta Ready Super BB Bronzer. This is great if you have fair skin. Again, I wish Physicians Formula would cater more towards deeper skin tones because, you know, everybody needs to share the love. This is the Butter Bronzer. This is as good as everybody says it is. I absolutely love it. Smells like vacation. And then I do have the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula, which is a great shimmery Golden Goddess Kiss by the Sun bronzer. Love that one too. So I do have the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour, which I actually kind of like. I have got the NYX Color Wheel. This is just a great, very light contouring or powder to add some color to my face if I'm just feeling super, super ghost-like. I've got my Ticket to Brazil bronzer from Wet n Wild. I do like that one. It's got a subtle sheen to it, but it's not overly sparkly. Really like that, and it's like $3. I've got the Dream Come True Color Wheel. This is a great kind of blush slash bronzer, just warming up the face palette. Really, really pretty. And then I do have my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palettes. So these are the new ones. These are the new ones that came out. I really wish they would have like kept, I don't even know, because these are the old ones. I love these so much more. So I wish they would have kept one cool and then added one that was deeper or for warmer skin tones. So, but they didn't. So I have all four, and I do use them all interchangeably depending on what kind of mood I'm in. I do have a Park Avenue Princess Bronzer from Tarte. That's just a tiny little sample. I have the Too Faced Sunny Bronzer, or NYC Sunny Bronzer. This is a great matte bronzer. I used the heck out of that when I was first starting. I do have a couple of box bronzers from Physicians Formula. This one is the Sexy Booster, which just adds a really pretty glow. And then this one is the Cashmere Wear bronzer. So just some really pretty light bronzers, one matte and one shimmer. I do have two of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour Palettes. I love these as well. Hate the packaging, love the product. I have a bunch of these Color Icon bronzers. These, I wish they would bring these back and make these permanent. They are so good. These are was everybody's favorite. These are called the Color Icon Blush and Glow Trios. This was Fair Trade Coffee, which everybody kind of went crazy over. This one is Sunset Junction. Literally during the summer, this is like the only thing that goes on my face sometimes for like weeks at a time because it is so good. The highlighter is so pretty. And then this one is just a beautiful, I use this kind of as a blush and blush and what am I trying to say? Blush and eyeshadow, because it's really deep, but these are gorgeous. I wish they would bring these back because they would just, people go nuts. I do have these. I really don't use these a lot, but I just love them. I collect Wet n Wild, and I just think the packaging is really, really cute. So, got that one. These were from 2 summers ago, I believe, or 3 summers ago. Sometimes I will use them as blushes or bronzers, but I do not use them nearly as much as I do the Blush and Glow Trios. So back here, I just have some more bronzers. I have some of my contouring sticks. So I love this Master Contour V-Stick from Maybelline. I love this Jordana contour stick. It's fantastic. I have the Contour Highlighting and Bronzing Stick from Perfusion, which I really like. I have the new contour stick from from Milani, which I do really like that as well. I have the Warmth from Bare Minerals. And then I have the baked bronzers from e.l.f., which I really like. And for more contouring products, I have the Ultra Brow, this is a brow powder from Maybelline, which I love using as a contour. These are some of the NYX HD blushes. I have them in Nude Tude, and then in, oh, I broke it, in Taupe. I need to repurchase this one because I love that to contour with, but they're so fragile. I have my all-time favorite sculpting product. This is Sculpt by MAC in the Maleficent collection. This is the NYX Cheek Contour Duo in Double Date. I love the contour product in here. I wish they would just sell this individually because I do not like the highlight. I have all three of the contouring palettes from Rimmel. I do like these. I love the blushes and the highlights in here as well. These are beautiful products. I have the old school Revlon Photo Ready bronzer. This thing is fantastic. Unfortunately, it is discontinued. And then I do have the e.l.f. contouring palette. I do not use this very much, if at all, so that one will probably be decluttered. And then I do have the Cool Bronzer, which I do really like using. All right, this next drawer is my first lipstick drawer, and this one just makes me happy. I just recently decluttered a bunch of my lipsticks, so other than the ones that I have on my desk, these are lipsticks that I just use all the time. I want to keep things in my collection that I use all the time. So I just kind of divided them up by brand, so that way if I'm in the mood to wear something in particular, I can go through and search. So I have all of my Jordana Sweet Matte Lip Creams here. I absolutely love my NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I have them here and here. These are the Tarte Lip Surgeons. I just have a bunch of minis that I love. I do have the LA Girl glazed, or what are these? The glazed lip paints. So I have like 6 of them right here that I love to use. The Wet n Wild liquid catsuits are my new favorite product. I have a ton of them, so in the mood for those, I'll just go through and dig. I just find this easier than dividing up by color. I have some of my CoverGirl lipsticks back there. These are all NYX matte lipsticks and velvet mattes. These are so freaking good. I don't know why more people are not talking about these, because these are fantastic. Absolutely love those. And then in the back, I have my Full Throttle lipsticks from NYX, which I absolutely love. I've talked about these a bunch. They are favorites of mine. So this drawer just makes me very, very happy to look at because it's very organized, clean, and I can see everything. So the final lipstick, or final drawer in my 9 drawers, are lipsticks and lashes. So I don't have a big lash drawer. I tend to use the same ones. I tend to use really cheap lashes because they last just as long, in my opinion. I can use them 6, 7, 8, 9 times depending on how well I decide to take care of them. And I just don't feel like spending $20 on lashes, but I do love this drawer. I have a bunch of the Mega Last lipsticks in here. These were my first lipstick love. I absolutely love them from Wet n Wild. I have some L'Oreal. I have the Ultra HD lipsticks, a couple of those from Revlon, which I love. These Egoism lipsticks from Kiss Professional New York are fantastic. They come in all kinds of shades. They're absolutely a beautiful product, and I really, really like these as well. These are fantastic. If you see these, I highly recommend checking them out, as my camera does not want to focus. Then right here in this section are all Rimmel lipsticks, all Rimmel, and then I have a couple of BH Cosmetics and a couple of Fergie. So really just kind of an amalgamation, but again, I can see everything, so I can just go in that drawer and reach for it. Makes me very happy. All right, guys, so that's just the overview of my 2 Alex 9 drawers right there, my 2 Alex 5 drawers, my liniment tables, and my Alex 9 drawer. So now I'm going to take you over here and we're going to look at my palettes. Alright guys, so this built-in right here is where I keep all of my high-end makeup palettes along with some other makeup. So I'm just going to start at the top. So up there I keep my train case. I have a couple of makeup boxes from Sephora and a Sephora bag just for decorations, just because I think it looks nice. And then on this first drawer, on this first shelf, I have a bunch of makeup books, some from Bobbi Brown, Kevyn Aucoin, just some visual art books. I also have all of my operas on DVD. The Laura Mindo, I was actually in that one. That is a production I did at George Mason, but But opera is how I got into makeup in the first place, so I just find that very kind of inspirational to have that up there. I have some Perfusion face case palettes. This little cat, of course, that my mom got me from Cozumel. That's a picture of my daddy. How cute is he? I love him. The Weekend Warrior palette, which is a collaboration with ColourPop and Makeup by Mandy 24, which I really like that palette. And then up here, I just have Anastasia, Sugar Pill, Cargo, It Cosmetics, and some Marc Jacobs. So down here on this shelf, I just have some Too Faced. These are all of my Too Faced palettes. Back in the back, I do have my Cinderella and Sephora Storybook palette. I love that thing. It's so beautiful. This is a picture of me and my sisters when we were little. That's Mandy, that's Jess, and that's me. Look at how cute we were. Yeah, I look exactly the same. I do have the Manny and Makeup Geek palette. These are all of my Lorac palettes right here. I do have some Tarte up here. I have the Tartelette palette, the Rainforest After Dark. I have the Artist Shadow Volume 3, the Pure Cosmetics Selfie palette. And then I have two more of these drawers right here, which I'm thinking about moving back over to the desk, but I can't figure out what I want to do. These are all just colored mascaras. These are all just liquid eyeshadow bases and colored mascaras. I have a bunch of the Maybelline color tattoos and pigments right there. These are all ColourPop shadows right here. And I have a couple drawers of those. I really do enjoy ColourPop shadows. These are all just the e.l.f. Bases, along with some Ulta pigments and some Revlon Color Stay Bare Minerals. Just kind of an amalgamation of more intense, labor-intensive shadows in here. All right, over here I have all of my Urban Decay shadows. I collect Urban Decay shadows, so I have a crap ton of them. This picture right here is really, really cool. I actually, when I was about 23, got to go see the original Broadway cast of Wicked. So that's Kristen Chenoweth afterwards signing autographs, and that's Idina Menzel signing autographs. So I love that. That picture frame is falling apart, but I'm keeping it because the pictures are like stuck in there. So that will be with me till the day I die. More Urban Decay shadows. Over here I have all of my Kat Von D eyeshadow palettes. That's actually a picture of me and my mama on top of the pyramid at Jinantinich in Belize. It's so beautiful there. You go to the top of the pyramid and you can see Guatemala from the top of the pyramid. It's beautiful. Down here I just have all of my kind of Disney beauty books that have come out in the drugstore. I'm a Disney fan. I don't use these. I just think the packaging is really, really beautiful, especially like for the Sleeping Beauty one. I mean, they're just gorgeous to look at, and I'm a collector. What can I say? I have another Sephora bag over here. I have some of my favorite BH Cosmetics palettes down here. I have the Galaxy Chic, Shanna XO, Makeup by Mandy 24, the Reveal, the Carly Bible palette. I do have this Sephora and Ariel Story Look nail polish collection that I keep there. Another Sephora bag. In this little bucket, I just keep a ton of samples, so I go there and try different things out. And then down on this last drawer, I just keep some fashion magazines that I love to use for inspiration, just some random more samples down here, and all of this stuff is makeup that I have decluttered that I need to give away or donate. So that is my my built-in where I keep all of my high-end makeup palettes and some favorites. Alright guys, so that is my makeup collection vanity setup. This has been quite the endeavor. When you see people who have like banging makeup collection videos, just give them a thumbs up because this shit is hard. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more in-depth collection videos on anything that I showed you. I am happy to do that. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye!